You're out there in Alabama. Are people excited to vote?
Yeah, I've been in a whole bunch of states. I said I'm in Alabama now. I'll be in Michigan tomorrow. I was in Colorado and Arizona before, in addition to other states. There's a huge amount of enthusiasm out there that I don't think is necessarily being covered in a way that I am perceiving and experiencing. People are enthusiastic about the choices that they have. There's an enthusiasm about Kamala Harris as they have come to know her. You know, I worked on the Obama campaign back in 2008, and he had a pretty extended period of time for people to get to know him. She's had to do this over a relatively short period of time. And as people come to know her, I think they come to support her.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellow Hammer Now. Let's talk a little bit about AL-02, the hotly contested race for a seat that was redrawn specifically to help Democrats take back Congress by giving them a district specifically drawn for a black Democrat. Now, you have to ask yourself, how do we know this is a hotly contested race? Well, because the big brains in Alabama politics have declared it so, like Steve Flowers. Now, we all know this is a hotly contested race. The margin there is very slim, under 5 points. Turnout is going to be the thing that matters because that's the answer in every single election. But we'll hear big brain people tell us that as well. Here's what's happening, though. They are bringing in the quote-unquote big guns. Now, are they actually big guns? Eric Holder, a former attorney general who was found in contempt of Congress, and Yasmin Crockett, she is a member of Congress from Texas, who you know as the person who got into a back and forth with Marjorie Taylor Greene. So do not expect a lot of big brain stuff out of these individuals. Expect stuff like this, like you're seeing from Kamala Harris.
And we stand then in that path, knowing that we also have the honor and the duty of excelling in every way possible, being able to see what is possible and not be burdened by other people's limited ability to see the same. So part of what we have to help people understand is don't think you're in Donald Trump's club. You're not.
Right.
He's not going to be thinking about you. You think he's having you over for dinner? Your Fifth Amendment right, your Sixth Amendment right to an attorney.
Well, a lot of rights going to be gone. The First Amendment.
But the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. Yes. Look, I'm in favor of the Second Amendment. I don't believe we should be taking anybody's guns away. He wants to terminate the Constitution of the United States.
Now, Kamala Harris is in the process of tanking every Democrat on the tickets chances up and down the ballot, everywhere from New York to Alabama. So let's not get in their way. But the simple facts remain. Not a single member of the Alabama media will stand in front of Eric Holder and say, hey, what is Shamari Figure's plan to bring down the cost of groceries? How does he feel about fracking? How does he feel about Israel? Let's have those questions actually get asked. Because I asked Caroline Dobson about those things when she comes on my program. People out there in the field are talking to them about this. Let's see if some of our members of the media can actually follow through on this. I'm going to guess you don't get a single story where Shamari Figures, Eric Holder, or Yasmin Crockett give a single policy detail on anything. It will all be about how bad Donald Trump is, and if there's enough time left, maybe a little about how bad Caroline Dobson is, and maybe her family owns slaves or something. That's one of the things they're trying to do. How about they try to talk about the actual issues and speak to the people like they have some respect for them? If that happens, well, it'll mean they will lose, because once people figure out what they're for, they know that people will be against it. That's why Democrats aren't talking issues in this election. They can't, because if they do, people won't vote for them.